Alright, so this is part 2 of the Homework 3 video, and part 1 ended here. So we're going to, we've copied all of our data in. Now we need some more data. So I've got the question here. Let's just take a look at how things are appearing so far. We're not asked to make a chart yet, but I'm going to make a chart just so you see what's going on. So, of course, we're going to want, as usual, a scatter plot. So at this point, it's no surprise, college has gone up in value. All right. Oh, actually, this is a good point to note. What do you notice that's wrong with this? Look, everything is spaced evenly, even though 1984 and 1994 are 10 years apart, and 1994 and 2000 are 6 years apart. Let's fix this. So what's happening here is that it's not viewing these as numbers. So I've selected everything just to be sure. Gone to Format, Number, and let's just turn them all to numbers. And you see it looks a lot different now. There's the proper spacing. Okay. So anyway, you see that college is increasing in value, in cost. No shocker there. Everything is increasing in cost. So we can't just look at this graph and say, yes, college is more expensive. Of course it is. Rather, we have to compare this against other things that are increasing in value. And probably the most important thing to increase, to compare against is income. After all, we are making more money now than we used to. Are we making enough more money to pay for these institutions? So that would be the question. So we need to find out something about how income has changed over this same time period from 1984 to 2014 is a 20-year span. How has income changed over that time period? Well, there's no easy way to measure income, actually. There are a number of ways. We're going to look at 4, just so that you can really appreciate how involved this sort of stuff is. I've given you links to 4 things here. Let's go ahead and retrieve that data and see how to import it into our spreadsheet. So first, let's do number 1, average hourly earnings. So we're going to visit that site, and it's a Bureau of Labor Statistics. Now up here at the top, we can indicate the time period. I want from 1984 to 2014. I don't want any graphs. I would like annual averages, and I click Go. And it spits out a bunch of data here. I don't know if we can copy and paste this. We can try. Otherwise, we'll just download the spreadsheet. So let's see. I grab all of this. What happens? So copy. I'm going to make a new tab, which you can't quite see. Here we go. So add a sheet. And let's try pasting it, see what happens. Well, that worked out pretty nicely. Also, I need to label these sheets here. So let's do college costs. And then this one, what did I say to label that? Average hourly. So I'll go back to the spreadsheet, click on the little arrow, click on rename. Average hourly. Now it's a little hard to see all this data. Let's see if it scroll over. They didn't actually give us the annual averages. So what we have here is the average hourly earnings for the past 20 years, month by month. So let's do the following so we can see this a little easily. If we select a column and then we scroll over and grab the other ones, if you resize one column, they all resize. So now we can see the data. And what we actually want is an annual average. You can see it fluctuates during the year, but I want to know what it was on average. So type in equals average, and then select a row, parenthesis, hit enter, select the cell. And just like before, we're going to double click that little box. So it'll put all the values down there. So this is the annual average. I actually want a bit more than this. I would like to know probably how much this person is earning a year. So let's take this number. Let's multiply it by 40 hours a week. Let's just compare this to what somebody would be doing if they were working 40 hours a week times, say, 50, well, say 52 weeks a year. We'll say they have some paid vacation. So this is an income. Double click this little corner. So now we have some measure of what a person each year might be making if they're working 40 hours a week with, say, any vacation, maybe paid vacation, say. All right. Now, it's going to be a little tricky to use this information in our other tab, though, because we don't have all those years. Let's get rid of this graph. So we're going to put it in there, though. So, actually, no, we don't have to. This is good for now. So this would be the annual wages. All right. Okay. So what's the other links? Other link, we have one here. Let's click on this one. Now this is technically a secondary source. So they're using Census Bureau data, as you can see down here. So the reason I'm not going to make you go and get the Census Bureau data is this will be a little easier to use, and you know, why not? So it's already set up. It happens to remember my browser settings, so it's from 1984, January to 2000. Actually, I want to go 2014. All right, so here's what we have for our data. We're going to click Download. We're going to click Excel. You can see down here this is, you know, whatever mean household income. Okay, I'm back. So what we're going to do, go to our spreadsheet. We're going to go to File, go to Import, go to Upload, select the file from your computer, and then here it is on mine. So I select it, I click Open, and then it's going to ask me a question. This is important. I want to insert new sheets. So you'll see it does. I'm going to change that name from FredGraph to whatever I wanted it to be, real median household. So click on the arrow, click on rename. There's real median household. And one thing to notice here, there's a whole bunch of stuff going on here, links and whatnot. So we're going to get rid of a bit of this. We'll just call this years. We'll call this what it is, real median household income. And I'm going to select rows 1 through 10 and delete those. Now once again, we have these dates that are kind of annoying. So we're going to click on B, click on Insert One Left. And what we can do, type equals, same thing again, left, parenthesis, click on the cell, comma, 4, parenthesis. I want the first 4 characters starting from the left. And it'll grab the year, double click on the corner, and now let's go ahead and just select and copy the entire column. And then we'll paste, be careful, paste values. Otherwise, everything will be mucked up. Go ahead and select B, delete the column, relabel this years. Now we have some more data that's brought into our spreadsheet. All right, super. Okay, let's. What do we need now? Now we need this one, real median personal income. So I'll click on that, get rid of this other one. Again, we need to adjust the date range. So let's go to 84 and 2014. And we're going to download Excel. Same thing, we'll go back here. Now we're going to go to File, Import, Upload. Select the file from your computer. There's the new one. Open. And again, important, we're going to insert. Import data. And it looks the same because, well, it's from the same organization. So we'll just get rid of, not all of these, we do want one row. Let's get rid of 1 through 10. Delete rows. And this is, oh, let's, might as well grab this title too, real, median, personal income. So we can put it right there. Whoops. We can also rename our tab. Now we're going to insert, actually we don't need to insert anything, we can just do it here. So in column C, do equals, left, parenthesis, A2, 4. We want the first 4 characters, 1984. So we're getting rid of the January 1st business because they're all January 1st. Double click on this little corner. Select all of column C. Copy it. Go over to column A. Paste it. What happened? I forgot to paste special. That's fine. Right click or control click if you have a Mac. Paste special. Values only. There we go. Delete column C. Now we have our data. Okay. We have one more data set to get. This one right here. Close the tab. All right. This is why we are only doing the census once, even though these other 2 data sets from the Federal Reserve Bank in St. Louis reference the census. The census data is generally just a bunch of Excel sheets, and you have to sort through pages and 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 pages to find them. I can tell you that there's an enormous amount of data here. Most of your secondary sources that you were submitting for the previous homework attempts came from the Census Bureau. There's an amazing amount of data here. So we're just going to choose this one. So just we're not breaking it down by race, just the per capita income by race. Not by race, but just for all races, averaged over all races, white, black, Asian, etc. And you'll see down here, it's downloaded the spreadsheet. Go back to your Google spreadsheet, File, Import, Upload, Select. Oh, where did it go? Gosh darn it. P0. So this is P0. There it is. Open. It's uploading. I want to insert. Import. It makes a new tab. I want that called per capita. Copy it. Spreadsheet. Rename. Per capita. Now I'll talk about how to fix this data in the next video. I'm running out of time. A couple of things we can see here. There's all this stuff here, so we'll need to use our left function. It's also in the reverse order. So let me pause here and get back to you in a second.